The ongoing war in the Middle East has raised the threat of an attack against Americans in the United States here on our own soil.
Our country is really at an increased threat for a terrorist attack.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We have reports of multiple nationwide network outages in terms of cellular networks being down. The first one that appears to have been hitting the top of the charts here, especially if we look at Downdetector.com, AT&T outages reported in the last 24 hours. If you guys look here, take a look at the time here. Looks like it started somewhere around 3:37 a.m. on February 22nd. And you can see that the number of reports has only exploded since that time. Look here. Now, before I get any further into this video, all I ask of you guys is just drop a quick like for the video. I totally appreciate that. It only takes a second. And if you know anyone else with a cell phone, you may want to share this video with them because they may not understand or know what is actually going on here. And based on the information that we do have, it appears that it would affect all smartphones, all cell phones, period, regardless of, you know, if you had a Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, an iPhone 15, iPhone 15 Pro Max, or a Google Pixel phone, an iPhone 13. Like, really, it wouldn't matter what brand of phone that you had. Looks like we're peaking in at around 73,000 reports per minute here. So this is really just exploding here. But what is actually happening here? So there's several reports that are actually coming up here. It looks like it's definitely AT&T, but it could be other cellular networks as well. So if we take a look here at NBC's report, we can see that AT&T's outages is affecting tens of thousands of customers across the United States. So this is not local. This is actually a nationwide outage. Now, if you guys have been following the channel for any length of time, we've talked about these different warnings that we've been receiving from FBI Director Christopher Wray, and that the United States could very well be under a possible attack.
In just the past few weeks, multiple foreign terrorist organizations have called for attacks against Americans. We are addressing these threats with a sense of urgency.
Now, we've been, warned regarding attacks from China, possible attacks from Iran, possible, with our migrant crisis that is exploding in our southern border between Texas and Mexico, not to mention other states such as Arizona and Southern California, where migrants are illegally entering the country. Many people are concerned that we don't really know who's coming into the country, and we have been warned that there would likely be some sleeper cells in the United States, and something could happen at some future date in time. Now, is that what's happening right now? We don't have enough information right now to determine if this is in fact an attack, but this is definitely affecting cellular, cell phone holders, smartphones, flip phones, whatever kind of phone you have across the United States. Over 32,000 AT&T outages were reported by customers at about 4 a.m., which coincides with what we saw on the Downdetector.com website here. It says here that reports dipped before spiking again to more than 50,000 at around 7 a.m. So that's a very interesting assessment here. So if we look here at the chart, we can see that the reports did start just before 4 a.m. as the news article references, and then it dipped down. So how did this suddenly just get worse? Or was it simply that more and more people begin to wake up and then they realize, hey, my phone's not working? It's hard to determine if the problem got worse or if simply more people, because most people aren't going to be awake at, 3-4 o'clock in the morning. So maybe once alarms start going off, they realize that their phones aren't working and they start blowing up the network. They start blowing up the system and submitting these reports indicating that the systems are completely down. Reports dipped, let's see, with most issues reported in cities of Houston, Chicago, Dallas, Los Angeles, and Atlanta. Guys, this is a coast-to-coast nationwide cellular network outage. You've got Cricket Wireless, which is owned by AT&T, and it uses networks. It's also experiencing outages. But get this, guys. By late morning, AT&T reported that 75% of its network had been restored. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I literally just had a visitor stop by my house, and they, rang my doorbell and said, "Hey, is your cell phone working? Because we're still experiencing a cellular outage here." So this is clearly this is an ongoing issue. This is clearly not yet resolved, and this is increasing the concerns that we have here in America. Are we safe? This is startling, guys. So let's see. And get this, guys. So some Verizon and T-Mobile customers also reported outages, though both companies said that those affected had been trying to contact AT&T customers or users. So I don't know if Verizon and T-Mobile was also hit by this outage, or maybe the Verizon and T-Mobile customers were not able to make their phone calls to these AT&T customers because AT&T was down. So maybe if they called other Verizon or other T-Mobile cellular phone holders, their calls may have been able to go through just fine. So here it goes on to say AT&T acknowledged the issue Thursday morning, saying some of our customers are experiencing wireless service interruptions this morning. Now, by the way, if you guys are experiencing any kind of outages or anything like that, your cellular phone is down, definitely hit me up in the comment section down below. Let me know if you guys are experiencing any kind of issues. And if you are, definitely drop a quick comment down below. Just let me know what state or city that you're in. You don't have to drop a city. Just at least let us know what state. We're just trying to see who's still affected right now. This is pretty concerning because this is across the United States. Verizon said Thursday morning that the outages are not affecting their network directly, only customers trying to reach another carrier. Okay, so there's your confirmation there. T-Mobile also said earlier today that the network did not suffer an outage and is operating normally. Downdetector numbers likely reflect customers attempting to reach users on other networks. And the outages pose a concern, as some people may be unable to call 911 in case of emergency. So imagine you had a crisis, and you needed to dial 911 immediately and you were unable to do so. I mean, this could literally be life or death type of a situation here if you're unable to get your phone call out. The San Francisco 911 system center is still operational, according to the officers. If you are an AT&T customer and cannot get through to 911, then try to dial from a landline. Well, here's the problem. Here in 2024, a lot of homes don't have landline phones anymore because cellular networks, cell phones, are typically very reliable and a lot more affordable than they once were when they first came out. So a lot of people just don't have landlines anymore. Home alarm systems are tied to cellular networks and 5G, and so this is you might struggle to even find someone. Maybe your neighbors don't have landlines either, just because people just don't do that anymore. So similarly, Chicago's Office of Emergency Management Communications, Virginia's Prince William County Police Department, and North Carolina's Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Department have issued warnings on X, formerly known as Twitter, alerting the public about the outage while acknowledging some customers were briefly unable to contact 911. That's pretty serious, guys. That's pretty serious. Drop me your comments down below. Let me know what you're seeing, what's going on in your area. I'm gonna definitely keep you guys posted. But like I said, we're going to follow up on this story because I don't know what was the trigger for this particular outage, but we need to know, because we don't know if this has anything to do with any of the FBI director warnings that we have received over most recent weeks. So anyway, if you're new to the channel, definitely hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.